Welcome back to Relay Gun Adventures. So this is a second look at the Vector Optics Veyron. This is a 3x12x44 first focal plane rifle scope. It's a nice short tactical style scope that sits on this Brocock Bantam actually. Sits on there beautifully, looks the part. For filming I've been using this one leaf NV100 unit. I did have Pard 007S 850, which was brand new. Unfortunately, there's a problem with the adapter on that particular unit and I couldn't make use of it. So I'm waiting for a replacement adapter to come. So in the meantime, I've just dropped back with this, well, it's not a bad little night vision unit, but I'm not really using it for night vision. I'm just using it to allow me to film through the scope. I've got other things for night vision, which are a bit better. Anyway, this particular scope, let's just turn it around. It does have side parallax correction. Now this didn't come from Vector Optics. This is a West Hunter wheel which just happens to fit this scope. I didn't buy this from West Hunter either. What I'll do is I'll make another video about these wheels and what they fit and where to buy them from. But it's a really useful addition and it's not expensive. In fact, to be absolutely honest, a friend of mine gave me this one, but I was going to buy one anyway. So the only other odd thing is the fact that it's on Picatinny rings and the rifle has a dovetail scope mount, so there's an adapter in there, and that has raised it probably 10mm, but it makes no odds really. Now, I've done a quick first view of this scope and I've talked about it. There's not a great deal to add to that. The only thing I will say, in hindsight, I think I mentioned that these were literally click turrets, which I really like. I like turrets that you just lift, give a couple of quick clicks and pop them back down again. Now there's a number of reasons that I like that, but if you shoot regularly you'll understand why. You know, things change and you need to adjust your zero. These, if I just get the microphone to pick that up, they're lovely and quiet, they're lovely and positive, and the adjustment on this scope is superb. It's really good. Now, being one of their slightly more expensive scopes, it has an etched reticle, which is beautifully fine. Being a first focal plane, effectively the reticle is before the erector, so when you start to zoom, you also zoom on your reticle, which is quite a useful feature to have when you're hunting, for example. If you don't know your distances, or if you're shooting at changing distances, it's a really useful thing, and I can't believe actually how much easier it's made shooting. I've forgotten because I haven't used one for a long time. Nearly all my scopes are second focal plane, so that is a huge advantage. It's a really well made scope. It's really good glass in there. I mean, it works great in low light conditions, as you would expect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just a quick little bit of filming that I've done so you can see how the scope looks. You can see the reticle and you can see it zoom in and out again, just so you can get the appreciation of what this thing is. Now, I do plan to do some proper shooting video out and about. Had bad weather, been busy at work, things haven't really worked out for me, so I thought I'd get a video out so you can see what this is. This is going to stay on this rifle. This is going to be on here for the whole of this year. As soon as the weather settles down and I can get some decent shooting in, this will be my main go-to combination. This is going to be my kit for just about everything I'll be doing this year. And I will do a review on the rifle very soon, probably. And all I can say is I'm really pleased with it, and it's better than I hoped it would be. It's super tactical, and I'm not big on tactical rifles, but having said that, if I look around me, there's quite a few here, so maybe I am. Anyway, let's cut to the chase. Let's have a quick look through this scope, then I'll be right back. So there you go, that's a look through the scope. Personally, I think it's a really nice sharp crisp image. You don't get that from the filming sometimes. I mean, that is not a bad night vision unit, and it's a serviceable video camera, but it's not the best, but it's okay for what I'm doing. Now the rings on here, these are actually Vector Optics rings, and they are really good rings. They came with the scope. I've used them before. I've got them on another rifle, and I remember when I first looked at them, I sort of said to myself, and I probably said out loud, they look okay, but we'll give them a try and find out. Well, they are really good. They're some of the best rings around at that price point. Now the scope itself is going to cost you somewhere between sort of $2 to $2.50, depending upon where you buy them from. They're fairly widely available. I tend to buy scopes from gun shops, to be absolutely honest, because I like to pick them up and look through them. But if I'm not doing that, then the only online retailer that I've ever used for a scope is probably Optics Warehouse. Never had any issues, always been good. In fact, there's a scope on a rifle behind me, which I'm going to have a look at soon, which I picked up for an incredibly low price, and that'll be another video in its own right. So that's the Vector Optics Veyron. It's a short, lightweight, well featured, good quality scope that I think is well worth the money. Now they do this in second focal plane as well, if first focal is not your thing or you don't want to spend the extra bit of money on it. So it's available in a variety of magnifications. It's not just a standard one size fits all. You can buy the one that suits you best. Personally, that one suits me very well. Anyway, I'm going to start to waffle again if I'm not careful, so I think it's time to wind up. I'd like to thank everybody for liking and subscribing. If you haven't, please do, it's much appreciated, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.